You did speak with the detective more than one time, right?
That's what they tell me.
You're denying this knowledge?
Ma'am, I don't even remember talking to the interview that day.
And you said that the knife was in her abdomen.
Yes.
The information shared in this video is gathered from publicly available sources and online content. We are not claiming to be professionals or authorities on the subject, and it is not our intention to harm, discredit, or target any individual, organization, or group. We strive to present facts as accurately as possible, but some details may change over time or vary as new information emerges. This channel is not responsible for any inaccuracies or incomplete information. We strongly recommend that viewers consult official or credible sources for the most up-to-date facts. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you like this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future uploads.
Tonight, Anthony Todt is in the Osceola County Jail accused of murdering his wife and 3 children.
Osceola County deputies say Anthony Todt killed his family inside their celebration home and kept the bodies there possibly for weeks.
In 2022, Anthony Todt was convicted of murdering his wife, Megan, their 3 children, Alec, Tyler, and Zoe, and the family dog, Breezy. The killings took place in their Florida home just before Christmas 2019. Todt drugged, suffocated, and stabbed his family, then lived with their bodies for weeks before authorities discovered the crime. Now, we'll hear directly from Anthony Todt as he takes the stand in his own defense, offering his version of what happened during the days surrounding this unthinkable crime.
And Megan is within the master bedroom, master bathroom.
No, she's in the master bedroom.
She's in the master bedroom. Is Megan within your view?
No, she's standing by her end table. When I left her, she's standing by the end table on her side of the bed.
How long are you in the bathroom?
Don't know.
What happens when you come out of the bathroom?
As I'm walking out of the bathroom, I hear a sound that is similar to a balloon. You know, like you rub a balloon, like a... At which point, I poke my head out, as we're coming out, and I see her laying on her back, stabbing herself.
Where at? Is she in the bed? Is she on
She's
the
laying
floor?
on her back, on her side of the bed, with her head on the pillow, laying on her back, on top of sheets, with the knife in her abdomen.
So she has a green knife.
That's correct.
Is she right-handed or left-handed?
Green-handled knife.
Green-handled knife. Is she right-handed or left-handed?
She's right-handed.
And which hand was on the knife?
Both hands were on the knife.
Both hands were on the knife.
Yes.
And you said that the knife was in her abdomen
Yes.
when you came out of the bathroom.
Yes.
What'd you do?
I stood there in shock, and I said, "What the hell are you doing?" And at that point, she says, "I'm doing what I did to the boys. I'm trying to get my inferior vena cava."
I'm sorry.
She said, "I'm doing what I did to the boys, trying to get my inferior vena cava."
Did you go for help?
I went over to my wife and pleaded for her to tell me where the phones were. She asked me not to leave her. She did not leave the boys.
So my question is, did you go for help, yes or no?
The answer is no. Well, we skipped over quite a bit there. I don't know if you want to go through everything or not.
What did you do after Megan died?
What did I do? I yelled out the window to see if anybody was around to help. There was some weird sound coming from her mouth. I thought she was breathing. I started CPR after I wiped her mouth off with that gray pillow.
Okay, so she stabs herself once or twice?
Like I said before, she stabbed herself a cumulative times of twice.
Okay, so what happens?
She stabbed herself the first time. I sat there pleading with her to allow me to find the phones, to allow me to leave her to go get help. My loyalty is to my wife. She did not want to be alone. I thought if I stood there, she said she was going through the inferior vena cava. I have medical experience to know that one of those major arteries will bleed out quickly. In the area of the house, we liked the house rental because there was no one around. Neighbors weren't there. Most of the neighbors around us were snowbirds. If I left her, I thought she was going to die. I thought in my decision-making, the best chance was for her to tell me where the phones were. I was trying to convince her, trying to talk to her in language, saying, obviously the universe doesn't want you to go. She says, I want to be with my kids. I need to be with my kids. So I leave.
What do you do after Megan dies?
Like I said, I yell out the front window of our bedroom for anybody. Help, 202, please. I don't know where the phones are. I hear some kind of weird breathing, some kind of weird air exchange, something. No heartbeat. They never went over that in CPR class. But you know what? I was trying anything. So I started CPR chest compressions, and when I didn't see her breathing, I would do mouth compressions. I didn't care about the blood. I didn't care about all that.
What do you do after this?
At what point are you referencing?
What do you do the rest of the day? It's the morning. What do you do the rest of the day?
I literally broke down there and cried. Don't ask me how long, because I have no idea how long. I was in a state of confusion. I was in a state of whatever. I couldn't help my wife pass. I felt a failure. I wasn't there the night my kids were died. I felt a failure. I decided that I wanted to be with my family, that I wanted to die, that I deserved to die. I condemned myself to death. I was ashamed.
What did you do?
I sat there and cried for a while. At some point that I realized now, after seeing the receipt up there, I decided I was going to go and get a gun. At some point, as the receipt said, on 12/18, I went and purchased that first pellet gun. After I inquired of purchasing a gun to find out that there's a 3-day rule in Florida. I've never purchased a gun before.
What kind of gun were you trying to buy?
Any gun they would sell me.
Are you aware that the wait period doesn't apply to a shotgun?
Ma'am, I've never bought a gun before.
So, this trip to Academy happened after everybody in your family was dead.
That's correct.
So on 12/18, the day of that receipt, everybody in your family was dead.
That's correct.
And was everybody in your family alive for the awards banquet on December 14th of 2019?
That was a Saturday, correct?
It was the day of the awards, the day that Alec and Tyler got awards.
Yes, they were both attendants. They played the recital.
Okay. So, how soon after their deaths did you go to Academy?
Well, if that was the 14th, I went the 18th, so that was 4 days later.
So how soon after they died did you go to Academy?
I don't know timeline. I know sun was up, and I went over. Could it have been the same day? Most likely.
Okay. So, between December 18th that day and January 13th, where did you go?
I went to CVS for Benadryl,
How many times?
I think twice. And I also went to Walgreens for Benadryl for that wall dry.
How many times?
Well, considering wall dry was disgusting, only once. That I remember.
Did you go anywhere else?
I picked up food, a Galumki, one night at Publix.
Anywhere else?
Not that I recall.
Did you go to Sarasota?
No. There was no way I could drive to Sarasota.
Did you leave your phone at a Starbucks in Sarasota?
If I didn't go to Sarasota, I didn't leave my phone.
So you're denying that you went to Starbucks in Sarasota?
In Sarasota, that's correct.
And so you never went to the beach in Sarasota?
Nope. It was over 2 hours away. There was no way I could drive.
So, you don't remember talking to the detective on January 15th of 2020?
Last thing I remember was falling down the stairs and saying, "You hold on to somebody in custody, deputy." Next thing I knew, I woke up in jail. I thought I was in purgatory with the red floor and the bright sky.
Okay, so, you discussed a lot of information, wouldn't you agree, in the January 15th, 2020 interview?
From what I saw, yes, and from what I read, yes.
And you adequately discussed Megan's health conditions that you were aware of, correct?
Correct. The ones that she suffered for the previous 8 years with, yes.
And you also spoke about various trips to Academy.
That's what I said, yes.
And you went to Academy at some point as well to purchase a longer knife.
That's correct.
You spoke about the note that was left.
That's correct.
And you told law enforcement that you printed it after Megan's death.
Correct.
And you testified here today that that wasn't true.
That's correct.
And that wasn't the first time you told that to law enforcement, was it?
Well, actually, let me correct the facts on that case, please, if you may. The initial note was the one I didn't print out. The note I found in my pocket after, which is the note Meg printed out, that I found in my pocket after I urinated myself in the garage after one hallucination and drank what I thought was coffee, but I'm pretty sure it was motor oil. I went into the house, stripping, and found the note in my pocket.
Which note?
The note Megan had left.
What was on that note?
On that note was essentially, I didn't read this note, but from what I recall, it said we did it to the family, which she referred to as family lineage. I had a different relationship, a different definition of family. And the other thing was where she wanted her ashes. At the bottom of that note, it said, "Tony, I love you forever. Please forgive me."
What did you do with it?
What did I do with that?
Yeah.
I took it out of my urine-soaked pants and retyped it because I wanted my residual family, or my leftover, the family that was alive, to keep the knowledge that we were a family unit, and I wanted my wife to know, I want my wife's wishes known where she wanted the ashes buried. She wanted to be buried with her father, where we released the ashes at Harkness.
Was Megan's note handwritten or typed?
It was typed.
And did you ultimately throw it away?
I ultimately put it in there was a fan box in the kitchen. After I typed it, and I typed a second one that was, when I retyped it, there was some errors in it, so I put the urine-soaked one and the one with errors in it in that fan box. After I fixed the door with my father-in-law who died in 2002.
So, was this the same day that you came home?
No.
That this note was, when did you find this note?
When did I find the note in my pocket?
Yes.
After I woke up after one of my suicide attempts of Benadryl that I ended up in the garage. I can't tell you, sometime after Christmas.
Was this note in a pair of pants, in a shirt?
It was in my black shorts.
In your shorts?
Yeah, the one of two pair that don't even fit me.
So you only had 2 pairs of shorts that fit you?
I had 2 pair of black shorts and a pair of khaki shorts.
And how often did you wear these shorts?
When I went back to, I had a pair of Umbro shorts too. But those are the 2 dress shorts I had.
So how often did you wear them?
Daily.
And you never discovered this note in your pocket before?
Ma'am, I can't tell you I changed. You saw the condition of my hair, you saw the condition of my face. I can't tell you what I did. I was on autopilot.
Okay. So you actually, the note that was left on the green chair is something that you actually authored?
I actually edited it, that's correct.
Okay. And you printed it out?
That's correct.
And you left it on the green chair?
Actually, I gave it to my mother who was sitting in the green chair for her to read.
Your mother was there?
Oh, my mother was there, my father-in-law died in 2002, my aunt that died in 2013. Quite a few people were there.
Okay. So, in your interviews, you describe in detail how you take the lives of each one of your children, correct?
That's what the video showed, yes.
And you indicated in the video that you began with Zoe, correct?
That's correct.
And that you went in, this was after you and Megan had an agreement and you spoke about various websites and all of this research that you did, and you're sitting here today saying that that's not the case.
That is not the case. Megan told me the order she killed the kids.
Okay.
Megan did research, would send things over. Did I research? Yes, I researched for years on my wife's illness.
Did you conduct any research that you told detectives that you conducted?
On which subject, ma'am?
Did you go to Quora.com?
Yeah, that was a normal website I went to.
And did you Google different knife techniques?
Yes, because I had under my suspicion that the fact Well, I found the website on Megan's phone after I initially found that, after I found the phones. And I also looked up other ways to kill myself.
And my question now is, did you watch numerous videos about going to the afterlife?
I watched numerous videos with my wife. What's it called? I don't want to call it an infatuation, but she believed in UFOs, aliens. Those are the videos. I've never seen a video about her afterlife. I've only...
So everything that you told the detectives, the multiple times that you spoke to them, is not true.
Number one?
Yes or no? What you told detectives about you conducting the research with Megan and watching all of these videos on the afterlife is not true, yes or no?
I did not watch videos on the afterlife.
And is it true that the multiple times that you spoke to detectives, that you told detectives that you went into Zoe's room, you gathered the courage, and you rolled over on top of your daughter until she suffocated? Isn't that what you told law enforcement?
Is this a yes or no question, or do you want the answer?
Yes or no question.
That is what the video, yes, showed me.
And your testimony here today is that Megan did it.
Megan killed Zoe.
And you told the detectives multiple times that after Zoe, you went to Alec's room. And Alec was your oldest son, correct?
That's correct.
And Alec was 13 years old and he was the strongest, right?
That is incorrect, ma'am.
Who was the strongest?
Tyler is downstairs.
Okay, so you go to Alec's room next because Alec's upstairs,
That's correct.
right? And you told law enforcement on multiple occasions that you went into Alec's room and you stabbed Alec and you suffocated Alec. Isn't that correct?
That's partially correct.
And isn't it true that you initially told law enforcement multiple times that Megan was in there during that killing?
That's what the video showed, yes.
And isn't it true that you also told law enforcement that Megan took part in the killing?
That's what the video showed, that's correct.
And that in fact, Megan held Alec's legs down while you suffocated Alec?
That's what the video showed, that's correct.
And your testimony today is that that is not true?
My testimony today is the fact that Megan killed her kids and killed herself.
Okay. So, next, you told law enforcement that you went to Tyler's room.
No.
Well, actually,
went to
not
the library.
Tyler's room. You went to the library.
That's correct.
Right? And that you had to be fast when you killed Tyler, correct?
Most definitely, he was the fastest and strongest kid.
So he's the fastest and strongest kid, and you told law enforcement that you were afraid he was gonna get away. You told law enforcement
Oh, yeah, on
multiple
the video.
times that Tyler was fast and he was...
You saw the video.
That's not responsive to my question.
Actually, it is, but
Yes
go ahead.
or no?
You didn't say yes or no, ma'am. I
Yes
apologize.
or no?
Thank you.
Did you tell law enforcement that you had to kill Tyler quickly because he was the fastest?
That's what I told you, law enforcement. That is correct.
And you also told law enforcement, yes or no, that Megan had to stand on the other side of the door just in case.
That's what the video showed.
And after you were done with Tyler, you and Megan go upstairs, or you meet Megan in the master bedroom, and you console yourselves, right? Yes or no?
That's what the video showed.
And you actually told this to law enforcement multiple times. It's not just what the video told, correct?
Ma'am, video, that's what I said. I don't remember anything after I left the house till I got to jail. So I'm refuting, I'm going on your premise that that video is correct. Thank God I didn't tell you I assassinated
There's
Kennedy.
no question. So after that, you tell law enforcement, yes or no, that you and Megan get Breezy, the dog, to come up onto the bed, correct?
That's what the video showed.
And that at that point in time, you suffocated Breezy and took Breezy's life.
That's what the video showed. The truth of the matter is, the only thing I saw.
There's no question.
You didn't answer yes or no, so I said no.
So, yes or no, it was after this that you told law enforcement that Megan decided that she had to go next and she stabbed herself, right?
I don't know the rules to this question, ma'am. Can you repeat it, please?
Sure. Yes or no, the next thing that you told law enforcement happened was that Megan needed to kill herself and she stabbed herself.
Yes.
And you were present or at home when Megan stabbed herself 2 times.
Correct.
And that you actually testified in the video and you told law enforcement that you tried to help Megan bleed out more quickly by doing these different physical therapy techniques.
I didn't see that in the video, ma'am.
So you didn't tell law enforcement that?
Ma'am, you were asking me on the video what I
I said,
told.
did you tell law enforcement?
Which point?
At any point, did you tell law enforcement that you tried to help Megan bleed quickly so that she would die by doing your physical therapy techniques?
Can I tell you what I told the law enforcement by the transcripts that have been provided for me?
What'd you tell law enforcement?
I told them I provided myofascial release to help
Okay.
facilitate blood flow. It's a technique that you do not do. It's a technique that I did over her liver to help her with digestive issues. You do not do myofascial release to help blood flow. It doesn't help blood flow.
Okay. Isn't it true that you told law enforcement that at some point you took a pillow and put it over Megan's head until she suffocated?
That's what the video showed, yes.
When was Tyler's birthday?
12/30/2008.
And he would have been 11.
Yes.
And based upon your testimony and the statements that you made to law enforcement, he was dead before his birthday, right?
Before Christmas, that's correct.
And did Tyler get like birthday cards or anything from family?
Sure.
You
They're
don't-
very good at that.
You don't remember?
There's a lot I don't remember, ma'am.
Do you remember cashing a check that was for Tyler's birthday?
Mr. Todt, who killed your family?
My wife killed her kids.
And you were not involved?